Hello guys, how are you doing on this Saturday morning, actually, my time? Doing a uranium update, which we roughly do roughly every day on the Substack channel. So, but for this time here, weekly close, we will do it for YouTube as well, so you can see what we are trying to do on the Substack. So again, if you like the content, guys, please like and subscribe on the YouTube. You know where to find me on Substack, usually INV, and the same goes for Twitter, the beloved Twitter, please, or X. I keep calling it Twitter, but it is actually X. I know. So, uranium update. Where are we? What happened yesterday? Yes, we had a great day in uranium space, and we will dive into the business. What happened? What didn't happen? All that good stuff. I think overall the markets had a, well, roughly flat, slightly down. Gold and silver did extremely well. The gold to silver ratio didn't move, so therefore, the miners within gold and silver didn't move as much as we would have liked. Oh, actually, they closed higher than I thought because I didn't see the close. Okay, pretty cool. Pretty cool. Gold and silver looks fantastic. Uranium, let's have a look. So, URA, the daily chart this time around. So we will not go into the 2 hourly, which is our, day-to-day time frame looking at. So Thursday, we had this we had this breakout above our trend line here. Initially, we had it down here, right? You can see we broke out deep double bottom, then we moved it. Right now, this doesn't apply anymore, at least not as we speak. We turned it here, and then, yes, yeah, what is it, that 2 days ago? We actually broke above. So our thesis were that now we have the path of least resistance of going up to this stuff up here. And as you can actually see, the high of yesterday, Friday, were the exact high over here. So now we're fighting double top resistance. Also, our mixed moving average is coming down. So we are still in somewhat of a downtrend, slightly more sideways to down. And yeah, high volume. I have a mixed feeling about the volume there with the doji. I expect, actually, I wouldn't be surprised if we see a move down to close the gap here from that were created, on Friday morning. It's a great day, obviously. If we don't look back here, that will be extremely bullish, and we need to get above this cluster up here. We have a lot of things going on at roughly, let's call it 28.5. The broadening structure as well is also there. The lower side of the bear flag. So again, if we can get up to here, I'm actually extremely happy. At that point in time, I'm expecting some sort of pullback, but then we could potentially break on the fourth. But again, that's still a little bit into the future. Again, as I've been saying ever since August, that August and September will be to climb the wall of worry. And yeah, great day for uranium, but I'm still a little bit, meh with regard to the gap created there with the daily doji. We shall see. URNM, I would expect, looks a little bit better. You can see here to some degree. We had this structure that we looked at here, and we actually broke that yesterday. Keep in mind, URNM is a 100% pure play when it comes to uranium. And what we're looking for in the URNM is simply the main yellow channel here, the downtrend channel, which we need to break and get above this pivot high here at 45. We have the cluster here, we have the high here. So if we can clear, let's say we start to move and break, that is when uranium is finally, again, if we can confirm above, obviously, looking really good, really good. But the falling wedge here, again, there are some potentials with the break of the falling wedge, and yeah, one could argue that actually maybe you should put this line here because you have the pivot there. Anyways, the view is the same, really. But again, mega doji, you can see the wicks are basically the same. Flat body. Again, we shall see Monday how it goes. We definitely should. URNJ, I haven't looked at until now. Okay, cool. We have URNJ is a little bit more of a wild beast, obviously, because you have a lot more juniors and smaller uranium stuff going on in there. Downtrend, it's still here. The mixed moving average is still coming down. So we're still overall bearish on the daily chart. this right here was really good. We popped and then we crashed down. So we did Friday, we did clear our internal phantom here. This is basically these two, right? They are parallel. You copy it, then you have this intern. You can see a lot of good things going on here. It's getting respected all the time. And we're now above. So now we can stay in here and then potentially break. That would be amazing. That would really be something to see. And this is actually a great look because I want to just remove that one. Don't remove it, but I want to make it a little bit more small. And then we have the blue wedge. Cool. So the URA divided by the spot price has been, the reason why people are, me included, by the way, is because actually you have your Cameco, you have your spot physical, you have your next gen. A lot of stuff has actually did really well. However, in comparison to the spot price, we haven't really been performing ever since we had that major peak in 2021. So yeah, some of the miners has gone up. But again, overall, you can see that the mining sector has underperformed the metal itself. That is not a great thing to see, really. We did have, however, this triangle here. We broke yesterday. We confirmed above. Again, I would expect a check back. And again, if we can break the golden rail and the 0.37, and why 0.37? Right here, a lot of resistance. When that happens, I'm expecting, not at this when it happens, but during the course here, which I think will go way higher, people will all of a sudden start to realize that the uranium bull market is back in business again. But as you can see, we are still 8%. That's not much actually. 8% away, 10% away from miners starting to outperform. However, before we get to there, I would expect that we are at least checking back for the break, closing the gap, retesting, the wedge pattern, and then we can see if we can climb it. So, but this is a great start, to be honest. And yeah, you can also see, again, it's very early, but the mixed moving average here, if we can start to confirm here, could potentially start to move. And obviously, if we break, you have the start of a mega trend. So pretty amazing. How is the Bollinger Band looking? Still see here, double top-ish. There are some exciting things, but I still think it's a bit early to call. Let's go. U.UN, a stock, or well, in this case, basically the spot price, right? The spot physical U.UN. On the channel, we were very much into this red falling wedge, falling channel, whatever you want to call it. Very clear, very well defined. And then you can see we started to hug the blue parallel instead of doing the red one here. And now we have broken. This right here was what we talked about on Thursday. And Friday, boom, we popped. I even said it before the markets opened. Obviously, I saw the pre-market was very green, that we were going to clear 25, which was our level. The reason is 25 is basically this support and resistance zone. Again, you can just see how it's getting rid. Every time we get it, there is a lot of rejection and back and forth. So we are now above, and that is cool because now we can start to look. I just want to remove my beautiful, beautiful doodles. Now we can start to look for a potential move to the upper of the blue, right? That would be something because then we're looking at 13%. Potentially here, if we can hold it, there you can still see that we have a little bit of the last hurdle with regarding to the 25, and the break here is the pivot low here at roughly 25.5. So, but still, very beautiful picture right now for the spot physical, and now we need to basically hopefully just go sideways for a bit, and then we can just get some steam here. I actually would be a little sad if we are to check back all the way down here. It's not the end of the world. However, given the fact it was so difficult to break 25, all of a sudden we are testing the wedge, which in itself is fine, but then we have to try again. So, but again, finally something nice to say on uranium. Also here, if you remember the chart that I just looked at, on the U.UN, we broke finally. Again, ever since, we are grinding here on the spot price. I would expect if we can start to get a little bit of traction in the U.UN, that we will start to see the break above that yellow. If you look at it here on the weekly, it's very rarely that I have seen such a important intersection right here. We have the major uptrend. The mixed moving average is still coming up like a boss, pretty cool. And now we are basically pinched between the shorter term resistance here and the long-term support. If we break here and take out the pivot low there at 83, it's game on again for the spot price. And therefore, in my opinion, also the miners again. I haven't seen it go this into the apex and just be so flat here. It's just a remarkable sign. How is the Bollinger Band on the daily? I would expect, yeah, but just look at it here. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, roughly 18 days. The Bollinger Band, I think, is flat as a pancake. And we still have this one here involved, but I'm expecting if we go a few more days with nothing, the Bollinger Band will squeeze up heavily here, and the move that we will get here in either direction will be a massive and volatile explosive move either way we go. The trend is up long term. The trend is down short term. We will see who wins. Usually, I say usually, the longer term momentum is the one in charge. But again, it doesn't mean that it's 100% move to the upside. But definitely here, this, if you are a uranium investor or bull or just getting interested, this right here is a very key moment for the spot price, therefore also the miners. And we did see the miners start to pop in relation to the spot price. So yeah, very, very exciting times for me, at least, being a uranium investor ever since, mid to late 2020. Cameco, geez, Cameco did. Wow, this is really strong. Cameco did 8% yesterday. Again, I haven't looked at the chart because I came home late. I was really tired and all that. So, but again, huge gap here. Again, I don't know if I like the gap or not. You know me, when it comes to gaps, they usually get filled. I want to add in a little bit of a negative view because we have to look at both sides. Yeah, beautiful. Free of removing the Bollinger Band and adding this as a red here. And we want to make the background red as well. So there it is. You can see here, these were the previous three. We basically topped at the top of the potential bear flag. Again, it is a bear flag. Move down sideways. So that's the negative view definitely for Cameco. Also, high volume. So it could be good because this could be some sort of breakaway. But also we are into still some resistance here, and yeah, we shall definitely see. But 8% plus the fact that we are above the splitter, that's a great view. However, keep in mind for the gap here, we are still in a downtrend, and gaps usually get filled in a downtrend. But yeah, 8%. I didn't expect, the uranium stocks to pop this heavily on Friday. But I could read on X that there were a lot of what's it called, coverage from big news outlets, CNBC. Is it called that? I think it is. A major network covering uranium. So probably that's why you had a little bit more of aggressive buyers. I don't know. Let's just realign this a bit here. We are basically at the top here. You can see at the top of our channel, a lot of volume. Again, we want to break here. If we break the channel, again, like we've been looked at on the SOXX a lot, and the mixed moving average, next gen looks really good. And then it's poised for a move for a major retest of the long-term uptrend at roughly 11. Do we have something going on here? Yeah, we do to some extent. Just want to add it in here. I will do that after because it needs a little bit more alignment. But again, next gen also into big resistance, gap up, just like everything else, really. Gold to silver ratio, the last one, the second to last one here, basically. And yeah, we're still below below this channel here, but also we have some short-term support. If we start to move down here, again, that is when things looks really good. Overall, we are below the long-term blue, which was the major technical breakdown here. You can see But again, this one here coming up, we're now below again, which is ideal because then all of a sudden we are a bit more bearish on the ratio. And yeah, one of the, again, many people may know if you follow me that I am a huge believer, given charts and all that, that the mining sector in general is heavily, heavily correlated to the outperformance of silver in relation to gold. Meaning, when this goes down heavily, the mining sector does really well. It did really well over here when it started to move, and I would expect it here as well. This was September to, but again, every time we see these huge move down, the mining sector does immensely well. And again, if we start to see a big leg down here, which could potentially be in the making, mining sector overall will do really well. That's why we follow the gold to silver ratio. You can see here we're also following the URM divided by Cameco, just for interest, not to do anything major decisions upon. But again, we really want the URNM to outperform Cameco, because then you have all the smaller guys outperforming. And given URNM were up 4%, which is extremely nice, obviously. Cameco were up 8%. So that's why you're seeing here. So we are into the floor here, but again, it could give in and actually give us that move down to the blue, which we have been eyeing for quite some time, given, it starts over here. So we're looking at some outperformance here for Cameco potentially when and if we break here. Roughly, that's like 5% or so. So that's it. URNM had a great day Friday. Again, mixed feelings. Again, I will take, 4% on the URA any day. But again, given the gap up, dojis, a lot of stuff, we still need to be a little bit worried. Not worried, but just don't be too bullish just yet here, because then you could end up being a little bit disappointed. But yeah, we're still working on the wall of worry, trying to climb, this huge drop here, where we had this blow off top to the downside, together with the entire market, double bottom, and now we're working our way up again. URA above the purple and 28 and change. That's where we want to be. So that's it, guys. Again, if you like the content, please like and subscribe and all that good stuff. Any questions or comments, you know where to do it, on YouTube or on the Substack. This will be posted both on both platforms, really. So have a great day and enjoy your Saturday and Sunday wherever you are, guys. Have a great day.